I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman says they're a company that profited by overcharging New York taxpayers. And today, the Attorney General announced a $2.4 million settlement with Stericycle, one of the country's largest medical waste disposal companies. Under terms of the settlement, several public agencies in our area will receive thousands of dollars in reimbursements, including New Paltz Rescue, Otisville Correctional Facility, and Ulster Correctional Facility in Napanoch. Schneiderman says for close to 10 years, Stericycle violated contracts by implementing a plan to charge automatic price increases without notice. As schools throughout our region look to review and in some cases beef up security, including a greater police officer presence in the wake of the Newtown school massacre, there is word out of Albany that an attempt will be made to strengthen Kendra's law to increase the monitoring of those people labeled potentially violent mentally ill, authorizing longer court-ordered mental health treatment for those who won't seek help but are considered to be a safety threat. Changes to Kendra's law are expected to become part of gun control legislation that state lawmakers will be considering soon. But the executive director of the Mental Health Association in Orange County believes strengthening Kendra's law doesn't get to the root cause of the problem. Nadja Allen says the right path is restoration of funding for community mental health services, which she says would help prevent future tragedies.
A small portion of the population that engages in those types of behaviors. And the reality is, if it is the strong belief of our community, and it is a fact and is statistically proven, if folks who, that small number of people that may have a potential to become violent, received the services and had accessibility to services and did not have to worry about the stigma of looking for mental health services, they would not be engaged in those terrific and horrific actions. So we cannot save every situation, but with a concerted, coordinated effort, with strong community-based services to individuals with mental health disorders, the likelihood of those horrible tragedies taking place would significantly decrease. If it takes such a horrific tragedy for people to pay attention to what we've been talking about for decades, at least something positive may come out of this very, very sad and horrific tragedy.
Meantime, school districts continue to look at ways to make their buildings safer. In Ulster County, the Sheriff's Office and District Attorney's Office are reaching out to residents for their ideas on improving school security. And today, Governor Andrew Cuomo said the state needs an assault weapons ban, not just increased penalties for illegal gun possession. It's good news for local labor unions and area government officials who've been anxious to see the resumption of construction work on the Route 17 Exit 122 improvement project in the town of Wallkill. A state Supreme Court judge has dismissed a lawsuit that had challenged the project labor agreement portion of the contract that mandates the use of labor union members. The original low bidder, Lancaster Development, had filed suit after the reconstruction work was awarded to a higher bidder that had agreed to a project labor agreement. The suit had halted work last March with the project rebid and a low bid awarded in November. The construction will now resume sometime this winter on a project to improve the Route 17 I-86 Exit 122 that serves a busy commercial corridor as well as the nearby Orange Regional Medical Center. While a court fight may be brewing between Orange County Executive and Diana and county legislators over the funding of Valley View this year, Diana has appointed a new administrator for the county-owned nursing home. Lawrence Ledoux, the former administrator of a private nursing home in Putnam County, is the county executive's choice to run Valley View pending the approval of legislators. Ledoux would replace the controversial management team with Orange Administrative Services. Their contract expires February 1st. That's when Diana had wanted Valley View placed in private hands, and he's challenging the legislature's end-of-year budget override vote to fully fund the facility for the entire year. A town of Deer Park man is back in Pike County, Pennsylvania, where he will face charges connected to a 3-month-long burglary spree 2 years ago. 50-year-old Julius Leonard of Cutterbackville was arrested back in 2010 as a fugitive from New Jersey after he was identified as a suspect in a burglary that occurred at a Dairy Queen in Montague, New Jersey. The subsequent investigation linked Leonard to at least 10 break-ins at small businesses throughout Pike County. Those criminal cases will now move forward now that court proceedings have concluded in New Jersey. And police in Sullivan County say they caught him red-handed, the man who had broken into a county BOCES building in Monticello early Monday morning. A burglar alarm brought police to the building on St. John Street, where they found an open window and sneaker prints leading into it. State troopers and deputies with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department set up a perimeter outside the building. Inside, Monticello Village police officers found Eric Ivan, who then attempted to flee but was taken into custody after getting tasered. The 27-year-old Monticello man was charged with felony burglary, plus lesser charges that include resisting arrest. Police say Ivan's backpack contained property from the BOCES facility. Well, nice January weather will stay with us for the next couple of days and beyond. Wednesday will be partly to mostly sunny with temperatures reaching the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. Thursday will be mostly sunny with the highs in the neighborhood of 45 degrees. And temperatures are expected to climb well into the 50s by the weekend. Keep clicking back here at Record Online to stay on top of breaking news and get an edge on the day tomorrow by starting it with the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.